Hello guys, today we are going to talk about future plans, and remember, my name is Melissa. In English we can talk about future plans in different ways, so let's see them. So we are going to talk about plans after this moment, then we are going to talk about the scheduled plans, and then we are going to talk about plans in some years. After this section we are going to use present continuous. For scheduled plans we are going to use going to, and for future plans we are going to use simple present. Let's talk about after this action activity our plans. Okay, so let's think about the things that you are doing after watching this video. For example, in my case, I'm planning my next video for you. And what about you? What are you doing after watching this video? To answer this question, we are going to use present continuous. Remember that the present continuous is the one that goes with ing form. So for example, we start with subject, verb to be, the ing form, and the complement for affirmative sentence. For negative, we just add not after verb to be. And then we are going to have questions that starts always with verb to be. And finally, we are going to have WH questions that are the same that the previous one, but we are going to start with the WH question. Remember that the time expressions to talk about future using present continuous can be after this, in 5 minutes, in 5 hours, then, and later. Okay? So let's answer the question. What are you doing after this video? You're having a coffee after this video. After this video, you're not having a coffee. You're doing homework. Now let's talk about the schedule plans. So for this, let's think about what we are going to do next weekend. Okay? So for example, I'm going to watch a movie next weekend. What are you going to do next weekend? Okay, to answer this question, we are going to use going to. So we are going to start with subject, verb to be, then going to, then the verb, and then the complement. This is for affirmative sentence, okay? If it's a negative sentence, we just add a not next to the verb to be, okay? And remember that anytime that we have questions with verb to be, always verb to be is going to be in the first place, okay? So in this case, we are going to have verb to be, subject, going to, verb, and the complement. Okay, and if it's a WH question, we can use WH question, verb to be, subject, going to, the verb, and the complement. Okay, remember that the time expressions for using going to can be in 2 weeks, in 2 months, next week, or next weekend, or tomorrow. Okay, another important thing is that there are some contractions about going to. So I'm going to can be I'm gonna, and the super informal way is im. Okay, so if you've seen these in songs, they are referring to going to, so they are talking about plans. Okay, let's continue. So what are you going to do next weekend? You are going to meet some friends next weekend, or Josh and his friends are going to go to the cinema. Now let's talk about plans in some years. So let's think about plans that you want to achieve in the future. So for example, I will film a movie in 10 years. What will you do in 10 years? To answer this question, we are going to use simple future. Simple future is the one that uses will. So for example, subject, will, verb to be, or any other verb, the complement when it's affirmative sentence. If it's a negative sentence, we are going to use the same structure. The only thing is that we are going to add not. In the case of questions, we are going to use will at the first place and the subject in the second place. So we just switch. And if it's a WH question, we are going to maintain this structure of the yes or no question, but we are going to add the WH questions. Okay. So remember that the negative form can also be want. And the time expressions for this simple future can be in 2 years, next century, next year. Okay. So let's answer the question. What will you do in 10 years? In my case, I will travel to Turkey in 10 years. In 10 years, you will learn French. And she will visit Japan in 10 years. So let's check our understanding. In 20 minutes, I'm listening to music and having some tea. Next week, I'm going to have class with my new students. In 5 years, I will play the guitar. So if you have any questions or comments, you can leave me your comment here. And if you need help in a new topic, just let me know there. Bye!